Hurt's Movielog, tape 16, date October 2nd, 1980. The Elephant Man review. Oscar season starts to take shape, and we continue our eternal quest to expand our insatiable library. It's hungry. It needs new movies all the time, and it will get them. Last month we went to see Ordinary People, which was quite alright, which is gonna be quite nominated, and which review you are quite welcome to check out. This tape's talkie in its turn is definitely grabbing some nods as well. Two reasons. One, it's a biopic, and two, it's in black and white. The Elephant Man is a biopic, and biopic, an abbreviation for biographical picture, is a subgenre of drama, and dramas are the fuel for every Academy Awards ceremony. Cause apparently there are no great non-drama films. I dare you to find one. You will fail, cause there are none. And now a couple of words about black and white cinema. I don't like it. I know I'm alone in this, but I don't like it like at all. People spent years to create imperfect, color-packed movie making we know today, so black and white nonsense is nothing but regress to me. I don't see many people driving around in a Ford Model T these days. You know why? Because they make Mustangs now. Imagine yourself living in a black and white film. Let's get whimsical for a second. Now, everything you see is black or white, or gray, or dark gray, or light gray, or dim gray, or medium gray. There's no whimsy in that. Back to the review, and we should start with the idea. As I mentioned before, The Elephant Man is a biopic. It's not a superhero flick. I wish it was a superhero flick. Anyhow, it's the sophomore work of David Lynch, the guy who brought Eraserhead from 1977 upon us. Haven't seen it, not really familiar with this director. The Elephant Man stars John Hurt, who you may know from Alien from 1979, Midnight Express from 1978, and 10 Rillington Plays from 1970. And one of the best actors ever lived, Anthony Hopkins. I don't think you need to be told who that is, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's the guy from A Bridge Too Far from 1977, Juggernaut from 1974, and The Lion in Winter from 1968. The thing with biopics for me personally is that I must be introduced to the titular person first in order to fully appreciate the movie. On the other hand, sometimes I have no idea what my bizarre brain might find worth exploring. My interests never crossed paths with Joseph Merrick's one-of-a-kind story, but I'm certainly not planning to erase it from my memory. Films like that are extremely important. If at least one person will change the way of thinking, it's a small but a victory. Moving on to the plot. You know what we do to the plot. Exactly, we spoil it. Here's your warning. Alright, so let me run you through the menu. For appetizers, you're gonna get anxiety tartlets. For the main course, lasagna with layers of dirt, disgust, and bullying. And for dessert, depression cake. In other words, the dirt I was referring to is the unsanitary time the movie takes place in. The streets, the freak show, and even the hospital. The disgust is the people, awful, stupid, and sickening people. If you have little faith in humanity, this film won't do a U-turn for you. The bullying is the bullying. It's what this poor soul's life was made of. It's when you really hope that hell is real. I hated almost every minute of runtime. I go to the movies to enjoy myself, to escape the reality, not to desperately drown in the misery of life. That's why I don't like dramas too much. Realism is great and everything, but the absence of revenge, murders, and gore brings me down a little. At least this film was anything but boring. Plus, it asks the right questions. Should we judge a book by its cover? Who is really the monster here? Should we got those motherfuckers? Yes, we should. Now, it is time to talk acting. Repetition schmepetition, you know the drill, lame dancing time.
And I have nothing negative to say about it. After all, it's an Oscar drama, a certain level of skill is necessary.
I just want to highlight the main two actors. First of all, Anthony Hopkins, the master of his craft, who brought to life a multitude of iconic characters. He was obviously great, but I think he can do even better, and I'm pretty sure he will. Nevertheless, he deserves a nod. I know all about it, you are seen. You're involved with Bites, aren't you? You've taken him. Where is he? And of course, John Hurt, whose performance is hard for me to judge, because I simply have zero knowledge of how it would look like. I could only tell you that he undoubtedly felt like a real human being and not a character in a movie, so also deserves a nod, I guess. Next up is the visuals. I know two reasons to make a black and white film. One, to spawn an artsy-fartsy piece of shit that potentially could snatch some Oscars. It's not the case here. Or two, to drive you neck deep into depression. Black plus white equals gray. And do you know that gray is the color most commonly associated with boredom, pessimism, indifference, old age, and depression? Here's another fun fact. It's much easier to make a good-looking movie in black and white than in color. Something to think about. And finally, the X factor. The soundtrack came close to earning some extra points since Adagio for strings helped me to get through some scenes, but the circus melodies just fed my anxiety and ruined everything. And now it's time to do the math. It gets 1 out of 2 for idea. Must watch? Absolutely. Must have? Never. It gets 1 out of 2 for plot, and never-ending nightmare. It gets 1 out of 2 for acting, high expectations versus limited data. It gets 0 out of 2 for visuals. I'll pick the Mustang 10 times out of 10. And it gets 0 out of 2 for X Factor. Close, but no. Overall, it gets 3 out of 10 and turns out to be a complete buzzkill. So that's it. In the end, I want to say that this film is so depressing and disgusting that you might want to take a shower, throw out your TV, and probably move. I'm so seeing this tearjerker making it to the Oscars shortlist. I'd recommend it to everyone. Just make sure to never actually watch it if you want a sad movie Ordinary People is still in theaters. So yeah, here's my review.